So today we're going to talk about retirement savings. We're going to talk about a few different things about retirement savings. My job, my passion is for you to have an overview. I'm not here to teach you how to be an expert on anything, but I'm here to teach you to have financial literacy. Literacy means you understand what's happening enough to ask questions and to dig in a little deeper if you want to understand a little bit more. And so you can hire the right specialist to help you with it. That's what my job is. That is what my passion is to teach you how to have an overall understanding of all things within your financial life to make you financially well, so you're able to go to the right places and you know where to look and you know when to look because you're savvy enough that you understand, okay, I know where I'm at here, but I need to do this, this, and this. So I need to talk to this, and this person. So that's what my job is. That's what I want to teach you is how to be financially savvy in order to know where you can do things yourself and where you're going to need to hire a professional to do things. So, and one of the biggest things that we work with is retirement savings. And this can make or break your whole wealth picture, how you're building your wealth and understanding your wealth. So again, a tip is to always be reviewing your savings, understanding your savings estimators. You don't have to have just one retirement account. You can have several accounts with several different places. I have several accounts. I do have a self-managed account that I try to work with, and I also have accounts that are managed by money managers or financial advisors. So, you want to make sure that whatever fits with you and whatever you're comfortable with, that's what you're doing. But you want to understand the overall markets, the overall things that's happening, so you at least can have conversations with your expert advisors, your financial advisors, your tax planner, your tax advisor. So, so then you're making the right questions. So you're making the right decisions and you're asking the right questions. So how long, the other question is, how long should my retirement savings last? So, there's the 4% rule, so if, one of the rule of thumb is that helps guide retirees is the 4% rule, which can help you plan for roughly 30 years of retirement. These are sorts of kind of general guidance on guideposts as to how to compare your retirement portfolio and income needs. How can you catch up on retirement savings? If you are planning to retire later in life, you will need to budget aggressively to free up more of your money so that you are saving more. Because if you did not start off when you should have, the earlier that you start off, the better it is for you. So you definitely want to be able to, start off as early. I wish someone had told me when I started working, you should put $50 in a Roth IRA. I mean, imagine in the 90s, the 80s and 90s, if I was putting $50 a month in a Roth IRA, because there's also something called dollar cost average. On average, the stock market is a lucrative place for you to put your investment on average, but you have to be in it for the long haul. You cannot be looking at it every time because it can be volatile at times. But if you're looking at the validity of it, then you're always going to be nervous. So you have to be a long-term investor when it comes to your retirement savings. I mean, I'm not talking about day traders and things like that. That's a whole different job. But when it comes to savings for financial wellness and literacy within your own life, you have to be thinking long term. You have to be thinking of being in it for the long haul. And if you follow dollar cost averaging, which means you put $50 in today, you put $50 in tomorrow, you put whatever it is that because if you're putting in $50 today, you're buying low right now because the market is low. So you want to be able to do that. But, if you might have put $50 in last year when the market is high. So when you dollar cost average where you're not at the low point or you're not at the high point, you're somewhere in the middle, which is usually between 10 and 15%. So historically, that is how the stock market work. And if you're dollar cost averaging your money in it, you should not be worried about it. And if you have the right financial advisor that's working with you, that you start off when you're young being very aggressive because you're a long ways from retiring, and then you work into your account being, less aggressive as you move on. So that's a really good thing is to make sure that you are dollar cost averaging. Don't get scared when the market is low, because actually that's the best time to buy. Other things that you need to look at for retirement savings is Social Security. Social Security is a hotbed topic today. And us thinking about Social Security is something that we need to look at, because that's also part of your retirement. So one of the ways to understand what Social Security you would be receiving at retirement age is they're usually sending you out statements with your Social Security and so you understand where you're at. Now, depending on how old you are or what year you were born, there are different levels as to where you're retiring with Social Security. So you need to make sure you go on the Social Security website, look at the calculators that they have there. They have a lot of calculators explaining where you're at. Register for Social Security online so you can understand your account. You can see it online, because a lot of the times we miss the stuff that comes in the mail. So we need to understand what part of Social Security will play in our retirement benefits when we do retire. So that's an important thing that we need to look at. So this is my first video on retirement savings. There will be many other videos on podcasts on retirement savings, because it is an important part of our wealth building, our savings, thinking about where we're at, and just making sure that we're doing the right things. And there's a lot of information out there and a lot of ways that we have to do. All savings are not equal. So we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing at the right stage of our life. So all retirement savings, any kind of savings is not all equal. If you heard the parable from the Bible that the king gave his 3 sons 5 shillings. So he gave his first son 5 shillings and said, you can do what you want to do with that. He gave the second son 5 shillings and he said, you can do what you want with that. Then he gave the third son the same thing and tell them to go out and do what they want with that. And they come back in a certain amount of time. Biblical times, I don't even know what that time is. But when they come back, he wants to know what they did with their shillings. So the first son, of course, he says, well, one life to live, basically, in Bible terms. I went out and I enjoyed my 5 shillings because, you just never know. So now I'm just begging on the streets because I don't have any money. That's my interpretation of what he said. And then the second son's like, Dad, I was responsible. I buried my 5 shillings in the backyard. I did not want it to lose it, so I put it in the backyard and I left it there. And then the third son, he's like, okay, son, what did you do with your shillings? Where are your shillings? He's like, here are my 5 shillings, and here are 20 more shillings I made from my 5 shillings. And he said, oh, son, how did you do that? He said, well, I took my 5 shillings and I bought 2 cows and a bull. And that multiplied into 20 cows with I don't know how many bulls. And I sold them and I made 20 more shillings. So I have 25 shillings. So my goal, my passion is to teach you how to go from 5 shillings to 25 shillings. Because if you are holding on to the 5 shillings that you have in 5 to 10 years or even in a year, with inflation and everything else that's happening, you are losing money. So your 5 shillings is not 5 shillings later. So you need to make sure that you're investing your money, you're investing correctly in things, retirement savings, real estate, whatever it is that you're investing in, you're getting a return on your investment. Of course, long term, but you're getting your return on your investments. So, like I said, this is the first of many on retirement savings and how to save on to build your wealth, of many videos. So make sure that you continue to watch, you subscribe and like my videos, and keep asking the questions that you want to learn more about. This is Sherron, the Modern Savvy CPA. See you next time with another savvy topic.